This group of 5-star chefs are preparing dinner for the prison. Before each inmate comes in, each inmate will write down his favorite dish, whether it's Australian lobster or spaghetti. It's all there for them. After careful preparation, the meal is slowly lowered on the platform. The inmates will pick it up themselves. But what they don't know is, people at the top will not only eat what they order, but will try all the other people's dishes. People in the middle class can only eat some leftovers, and the people at the bottom are even worse. They could hardly even see the food. Randy was lucky to get to the 6th floor. This was the first time he had eaten the French snails he ordered. His roommate Carl came in with a rope. He thought that with the help of the people above him, he thought he could use the rope to climb all the way to level 0. He tells the guys in the kitchen about the state of the prison. He tosses the rope to the people upstairs. Then he climbs up as hard as he can. But when he was almost there, the man above him lets go. Good thing Randy caught him. Otherwise, this fall is bound to be broken into pieces. Yeah, the people up there don't have to worry about food and drink every day. Why should they help him? Randy and Carl were equally desperate for the prison system, so they decided to fight. They assembled their weapons and prepared to guard the food for the day. If all the food is guarded, and send it back to the top intact, the kitchen might realize something's wrong, and send someone down to check on the prison. Let the action begin. On the first 100 floors, everyone is cooperating under the threat of weapons, because tomorrow they'll have a big meal just the same. But when they reached the 100th floor, those people knew they would never see the food. They would never see the food. They came up like crazy to fight for it. Randy also had to use violence. When they got to the 150th floor, they found that these people were almost starving to death, so they decided to distribute the food to them in an organized manner, and finally left one of the plates of pudding to send a message to the kitchen about the injustice in the prison. After reaching the 200th floor, the platform was still descending. They had no choice but to follow the platform and continue to go down. The further they went down, the more they felt like they were in hell. They saw countless looting and killing. Finally, the platform stopped at the 333rd floor. They found that there was a little girl here. It seemed that this was the child Annie was looking for. The child was starving. They decided to give him the only pudding they had. Finally, they put the child on the platform. They passed it on to the kitchen as a message. Randy and Carl stopped at the 333rd floor forever. And this is only the apparent ending of the movie. In fact, the 333rd floor represents hell. The girl also does not exist, so the pudding was actually protected by them. They managed to get to the kitchen. The kitchen was very angry when they saw the pudding, because they thought there was a hair on the pudding, so the people below refused to eat it. For this reason, all the chefs were given a lecture. The earthquake in the deep sea. After all, it's just a layer of ripples on the surface of the water. It's not the prison system that's the problem. It's human nature.